Well, of course. First of all, I'm humbled and lucky to be part of tonight's exclusive show. So, the reason why I'm here is basically perhaps the promotion of our film, the opening sequence bloopers. Now, regarding the concept and the shoot, bloopers, I believe, gave us a pretty much hard time. Well, initially I would say that we had to change our genre from psychological thriller to action comedy due to the lack of resources and I would say the cost problem. Now, once we got on board and once we got our cast finalized, we made sure that it's now locked, the cost, the location. Now, coming to the main question here is that how I engaged and indulged in the technologies regarding my hardware use, regarding my software use, and the final thing, how I promoted my movie, my opening sequence using the online medium. So now, when we talk about the hardware, we usually go on the production line, how the shots were taken and what technology was used, what product was used. So I used a Canon 650D. Yes, initially it gave me quite a hard time because I had no idea about the ISO and the white balance and the, I would say, aperture. So, but in the end I got the setup done by my teacher and she helped me throughout my process. So I'm glad that and in the end it was a success. So now, using a 650D, it was a pretty much handy DSLR. Yes, Canon is a friendly person when it comes to the usage. Yes, so I would say the secret behind my shots were these things. Yeah, my hands. It was the shots, the entire sequence was done with free hands. I didn't use a tripod, I didn't use a dolly, I didn't make a dolly, and I didn't use the mini pod we say that, and the still shots and the close-up shots, I would believe that for me it's personally I believe it's boring and it's dry when it comes to still shots and there is no motion on the screen. So that's the reason why I switched to action comedy, because my mind was pretty much clicked towards such genre because I wanted the screen to come alive. This is the reason why I changed my genre. So I significantly try and make sure that my opening sequence had various chase shots and they had movement shots which would glue the audience towards the screen, and they don't get easily distracted, because I mean this is the strategy I used to actually develop the interest towards my opening sequence. The reason, the movement shots, the dolly, the secret behind the dolly was the boot of the car, and I sat on the boot and a boot, or I would say trunk, and I sat inside the trunk. Grip my camera like this, and and once the car moved, and this is how we corresponded basically. So, but yes, certainly yes. The reason, the only technology used was the camera on the production. I basically learned how to operate and function the Premiere, and it turned out to be quite handy and comfortable once I practiced on it. And now, bringing my raw files on the timeline, I decided to bring it up in a more comical way and perhaps give a dramatic look to my genre, to my files. Now the files, I mean the shots which I took. So regarding the software technology, with the help of Premiere, I managed to edit my opening sequence, and for the movie title and for the references, the credits which I gave to my cast and to, yes, perhaps the theme of the bloopers, I used the Final Cut Pro on iMac, and because it had a great presentation and the fonts, and I would say it was pretty much creative and much more similar to the genre I needed. Now the editing was done. Now the titles was done on Final Cut Pro. The editing was done on the Premiere, of course. Now the tough time was that how can I bring up this comedy element through the film? Yes, the reason why I decided to bring it up as dramatic, to bring it up as comical. So it was a strategy used from the background scores I used, which was by King Arthur the opera, because one of my character, Detective Alan Gamble, was I would say the funny protagonist. And now coming to the last part and the ultimate part, which I believe is the part of the success, the reason how it's marketed, the film, how it's marketed, how it's promoted, and how it's exhibited. So basically, because throughout my research and planning, what I felt that most of the people enjoy movies at home because they're pretty much relaxed there, and I believe that at home, when you're sitting alone and you're watching a movie, the entire concentration is towards the film. So I, with the aid of my research and planning, I decided to upload it on YouTube. Now YouTube is basically consumed on phone, and being a portable device, people can see and watch it anywhere they have internet access. So I uploaded my opening sequence on YouTube, and certainly I got pretty much a great feedback, and people liked it. That's the reason. This is the only way to give justice to the efforts put in by my cast and our team, I would say. Now the online consumption, I believe, is done through Facebook, from every social media sites, because this is where your movie is going to be popular. This is the platform, this is the podium where your movie will be enlightened with feedbacks and responses, because I believe it's this actually it will help my network and the views which I want, and I would believe that Facebook and YouTube, being the aid of my promotion, I have me a lot, certainly, yes. Now I pretty much used the background score, and I downloaded it from the online source, yes, and certainly, yes, I gave credits after my opening sequence, and I'm thankful for this online procedure to, you know, it turned out to be much better, I would say. So yes, now concluding my I would say the interview, I would say that regarding the hardware, I used the camera Canon 650D. For the software, I used Adobe Premiere CS, I believe it's CS6, yeah, CS6 Pro Adobe Premiere. And for the titles and my opening titles and credits and references, I used the Final Cut Pro on iMac. And whereas regarding the online consumption and where the film is going to be promoted, where it's going to go live, I used YouTube and Facebook. Well, yes, my movie can also be seen on my blog, which is Hossein Z12. It's on WordPress, and well, that's it. And I would say that thank you for the wishes, thank you for, you know, bringing me up and here giving me an opportunity to promote my film. And yes, I would say that this is also the part of my online promotion. I mean, being with you guys with the exclusive show, being part of tonight's exclusive show, I would say. And I'm delighted to be here, and thank you, and wish me luck.